Today we have on the lathe a Siberian elm vase blank. I am going to make a vase. Not my favorite thing. Not good at it. Not comfortable with it. But I do them now and then just to see if I could ever get good at it or get comfortable with it. This comes to us from my friend Dennis from Oregon. He brought this up a couple years ago probably. He brought me several pieces of Siberian elm, and on a couple of them he wrote, "This is from a Siberian elm tree I planted as a boy." So he planted this a long time ago, and then I guess he cut it down, and here's a piece of it. And we're going to start today with my behemoth spindle roughing gouge. And just in case you can't get the gist of how big that is, this is my 5/8 inch bowl gouge that I normally use. So this is a big impressive piece, but it doesn't do much. It gets the piece round. That's about all you want to do with this. You're not doing a whole lot of shaping. You can do a little bit, but not much. That's where the 5/8 will come in. We're going to be turning at 600 RPM, 2-inch spindle roughing gouge, mask and face shield on. Oh yeah, just so you don't forget who you're watching. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, as we like to say here at Shady Acres Woodshop. Howdy. Let's get to it. I should have cut those off before I started, huh? I knew that. That is some tough wood. Basically just a big knot. Let me tighten up my tailstock here. Yep, should have cut them off first, Phil. I figured I'd get slapped with some bark sooner or later, but it's pretty tight. It's hard to get off of there, so we're just going to have to live with it. Whew. That's the remnant of a chainsaw cut right there. This is a branch that was pruned off and then kind of grown over a little bit, but I think we'll probably turn both of those away. Well, let's see. This is going to be the bottom. Those are kind of right in the middle, but I think we'll turn them away. See if I can pick the speed up any. That is 750. We're probably round enough to get started. I'll put a tenon on this end so I can turn it around and put it in the chuck. We're going to start by just squaring up this end. Well, we'll do both ends. For that I'll be using a parting tool. And I need about 3/8 inch tenon here. And that'll be about 3.5 inches in diameter. I don't think we're anywhere near ready yet. Nope. I think I dang near blew it. No, it's right on. Lucky Phil. And that tenon needs to have a dovetail, so I'll just use the Skew chisel to put a dovetail on there. That's good. Now I'm just going to go down to the other end and square that up. This is one reason I don't like making vases or any kind of spindle turning. It's just all this messing around before you even get started. Alrighty dighty. I'm going to put my larger chuck jaws on, turn it around, and I'll be back. I have a shape in mind, but I'm not good at laying out, you know, go in here, go out there. I'm not good at laying that out. I just kind of wing it as I go along. So this shape that I have in mind, this thing this thing probably comes right in the middle of it. So that might be left. I don't know. That'd be a bad thing. And this is, can you see that? That's loose. That's all going to come off of there. So that's not a good thing either. Well, there we go. Bug activity, I guess. Interesting. Well, now that I see it, I'd kind of like to leave it, but of course I can't do that. I'll be tapering it down in this area. I wanted this area to be big and then tapered down in here. Beats me. We'll make something. We might not know what it is when we're done, but it'll be something. We're going to be turning at 800 RPM, 5/8 inch bowl gouge. Mask and face shield on. That thing's right in the dang middle, and all this crap is too. There'll be a lot of starting and stopping, and I'll probably cut a lot of that out so you don't have to watch it. Boy, right in the middle. I hate to, I don't like it for a second. I don't want it there, but I hate to take down this so much to get rid of it, but I guess I'm going to have to. I'm going to go sharpen up. I'm going to switch to a spindle roughing gouge to take some of this down in a hurry. Oh, I got almost all of it. A little thing like that doesn't bother me maybe. I don't know. I got all that roughness out of there. That's good. But it's smaller than I wanted. My shoulder in your way? Sorry if it is, I don't know. Well, the wood's kind of pretty. Well, I got rid of that little notch, so that's good. I really wanted it to be more massive, but, you know, sometimes. I told you it'd look like something. Well, this is just not turning out the way I had hoped, but I'm not giving up. I'm gonna take some more of this away. I was not gonna have a base on here like this. I was gonna taper it right down, taper this down, and no base like that. I don't know, maybe now with what I have, maybe I should save some of the base. This is way too big. I'm gonna have to cut it down to like that, and a little bit in diameter as well. All because of that stuff in the middle there. Gone now, but it sure did spoil it for me. We'll get something out of it. But it sure ain't gonna be pretty and massive like it was going to be. Yeah, that's ugly. That's just plain ugly. Dang it. Wasn't going for ugly. I guess maybe this is too long. Of course I just made it longer, didn't I? Oh God, it's just ugly. Yeah, see, this was going to be all nice and big and fat. Should I leave this base on here? I don't know. I'm going to turn the camera off and think about it a while. Well, I guess I decided that this is too big for what we have left here. It would have been just right if this was much larger, but this is too big, so I'm kind of locked in between here and here. All I can do is make this smaller, deeper in or something. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Well, I don't know about you, but that's a big improvement already to me. I'm not saying that's good, just an improvement. Yeah, it's an improvement. Yes, it is. Don't argue with me. Isn't that better? I think it's a whole lot better. Yes, that's a huge improvement. Sure is going to limit the size of the hole that we have going down the inside, huh? Well, that's okay. I'm not sure what else I can do that would improve it. Improve it? I can't even talk anymore. Maybe it's time for dinner. It's Friday night. No. Oh, heck, it's only Thursday night. I mean, well, that's good. I thought it was Friday. New video came out today. Maybe I'm going to call it good for today. Let that set and I'll think on it tonight. Yeah, it's 5:30. I'm much happier. Okay, I'm sure you're tired of listening to me whining. We're not done, but we're a lot happier than we were a few minutes ago. So I'm gonna go call it a night and cook dinner and watch a movie or something. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. Well, last night after I turned the camera off and then I put my camera in my carrying case like I do every day to take it in the house, I wanted one last look at this so that it'd be embedded in my mind so that I could think about what I wanted to do next. There were some tool marks in here and whatnot, so I got my scraper out and scraped it down so it's a little cleaner than last time you looked at it. It's actually about ready for sanding, I guess. I have some decisions to make. What to do next? What do I like? What don't I like? So do I want a base on it? I talked about that last night. Do I want a base on it? I was not planning to have a base on it. I don't know if this is too big, if it should be a little bit smaller up here. Not a lot, but a little bit smaller. I have to drill it out, so I need to cut this end off here if I'm gonna leave the base, but I don't think I want to keep it. So get used to looking at it like that. Does that break your heart? Think it looks better with the base? It would be a smaller base also, just like this might be smaller. This might be okay. I can't decide. I don't know. I'm not a designer. I'm really happy I did this. That was the absolute best thing I've done so far. That made all the difference. So I think the next thing I really need to do is just drill it out so that that's done, and no matter what else I want to do, I can do after that's done. But if I go getting something too small here to where the chuck won't hold it or whatever, you know, or it's going to break off here or something, that would be bad. So I really need to get it drilled out. So I guess that's my next step. Okay, the neck measures 2 1/4 inches. This is 1.5 inches. I'm gonna settle on 1 7/8 inches, but we're gonna start here because sometimes you get a long distance out there and it starts to wobble. So I'm trying to avoid that. So I'm gonna start with this small one, which will be easier to drill and there shouldn't be much wobble. And then once I get into it, I'll put on my long extension here to reach all the way to the bottom. Well, not all the way to the bottom, that'd be a bad thing, but pretty close. We're going to be spinning the lathe at 150 RPM. I'm going to put my dust collector under here, and it's going to take a while, so I'm not going to show you all of this, but you'll just get the idea. End grain is pretty hard to drill. The bigger the bit, the harder it is. So you just have to take your time, pull the bit out every once in a while, let it cool off, clear the wood chips. Just get ready to spend 15 minutes of quality time with your drill bit. You can see the smoke coming off of there. It's getting hot already. So it just takes time. I'll bring you back here in a bit. I've added my extension, and this is probably going to squeal for a minute. Well, that turned out pretty well. It wasn't difficult. It just took an hour. have to keep pulling it out, cleaning it out, vacuum it out, blow it out, start over. It just took a while, that's all. But it was easy and it's done, and now I just want to open this up a little bit, and I'll do that with a 1/2 inch bowl gouge at about 800 RPM. Yeah, that's about it. Now as far as the diameter of this, I think I'm getting used to it. I don't know if that means I don't know if that makes it good or bad, or, you know, if I make it smaller and I don't like it, you know, then I'm not gonna like the whole thing. I guess it looks okay. Should I do anything to it? Round over these edges, put a bead on there. Actually, I kind of like the squareness of it compared to the rest all round, you know. I wish you could see it like I can see it, you know. I can stand over here and turn my head sideways and then I can see the whole thing. I think it's okay. I won't know it's good or not until it's standing up. Now, the bottom. I'm not gonna have a base, remember I said that? But if I wanna keep it the same length from here to here, then I need to take some of this away so that I part it off here and not here. If I part it off here, it's gonna end up shorter than it is, not by much, 1/4 inch, but. So I think I will take this down with my parting tool and then just keep on going right on through there to part it off. Okay, so that's where I will part it off. So, time for sanding. Well, this is going to be easy, but take some time, I think. I don't think I can. I'm going to use my drill, starting at 80 grit and working up through 400. I'll have the lathe spinning in reverse at about 300 RPM for that, but I'm not sure I can get in here. And maybe not so much in there either, I'm not sure. So, I guess we'll just find out. Let me put my mask on and we'll take a look at it. Yeah, I can't get in there. So what I'm going to do is peel the disc off after I've done everything I can do and just hold the disc and go inside here. Well, it'll just take a little time, no biggie. I'll bring you back in a bit and we'll put some kind of finish or sealer on there. See you in a bit. We're going to go with feed and wax on this one. Sanded up way smoother than I could have ever imagined. And I'm really pleased about that. I believe I've turned this wood before, and I probably got it from Dave, Siberian elm. It's funny how it comes back to you as you work it. I thought maybe I hadn't. It looks real familiar to me. And maybe you guys, I don't know. Maybe you guys are thinking, well, Phil, that looks pretty nice. What are you complaining about? I'm complaining about it didn't turn out like I wanted. I had this image in my mind, and I could not make it happen because of the defects in the wood. Now I know I deal with a lot of defects and I leave them, and I do that on purpose, but for this I wanted elegant, something a little more finished, nice. And this is finished and it's nice, it's just not what I envisioned, I guess. A lot of interesting grain patterns in it. Alright, there we go. That's pretty much what it's going to look like, except not quite as shiny. So I'm going to let that set there for 20 minutes, buff it up, and tomorrow, because it's 6 o'clock, we'll part it off and take a look at it standing. Maybe I can find some flowers to put in it, I don't know. I don't know if I have any long enough, maybe. Okay, there you go. See you tomorrow. Have a great evening. It's Friday night. Do something fun. Bye. Well, alrighty then, let's part this off. I'm going to be using a 1/4 inch parting tool. I'm going to be turning the lathe at about 700 RPM. Now what I've done is made a nice straight cut in here so that it'll set on this edge, this outer edge. And now I'm going to turn my chisel this way, not that much, a little bit, so that I'll go up in the center so that it'll set flat. I need to lower my tool rest just a little bit. I do have tailstock support. I'm going to slow the speed down a little bit. About 400. I want to get the cleanest cut I can so I don't have to do too much sanding on the bottom. Now if I put my hand there, of course you can't see. I know I can do it with my right hand and use my left hand, but I'm not that comfortable with that. I guess I'm not feeling particularly brave today. I don't know if it's brave or stupid. I think it's stupid. I'm going to go ahead and take that off, and I could just break it off with my fingers and then chisel it off over here on the workbench. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'll be back. Be sure you stick around at the end of the video so you can see the before and after shots of this piece. If you'd share the video, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Well, here it is. One Siberian elm vase in the books. I'm real curious what you think, because I don't know what to think. I don't know if it looks good or out of balance or out of proportion, or I don't know. I need somebody to tell me. It's real nice wood, finished up beautifully, nice and smooth, feels very good. There's the bottom all finished up. The inside, simple, I suppose. I don't know if it's simple or not. It wasn't simple for me. But it might be just a simple shape. For my opinion, I think it's okay. I just don't know if it's wonderful or what. I know it feels wonderful, and that's important. So I really appreciate you coming along with me on this journey, and it was a journey. It was very trying for me, but I got it done and I'm glad. It's still quite substantial. Feels good to hold, you know you're holding something. It's not real lightweight. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you, Dennis, for bringing this along for all to enjoy. And I'll have some flowers in it on the turntable. If you like this video, thumbs up please. I'd sure appreciate it. If you're a subscriber, thank you very kindly. I truly appreciate that. I also appreciate that you took some of your time to spend with me today. That means a lot to me. Thank you. I'm looking forward to your comments. So for now, this is Phil, Shady Acres Woodshop, signing off.